Welcome to Mission Park Cares. This is our family fun edition. I hope you're ready to have a good time.
Because I'm always having a great time with my family.
Can't wait to see what Dick turns up at the museum. Some fun ideas for kids this summer.
You know, and Kristen's going to take us back out to the Ecumenical Center, where we're going to see a therapist who's going to show children how to communicate with toys.
And Dr. Matthew Cross will join us again with some tips on some things we can keep around our home to stay safe this summer.
But first, here's a special prayer for families everywhere.
Hello, San Antonio. My name's Ed Newton, pastor at Community Bible Church right here in San Antonio, Texas. And wherever you're watching from, know it's our honor to have you tuning in today. In the midst of a global pandemic, social injustice, our hearts are heavy. But let me remind us all that Jesus is the answer. And we turn our attention to Him, and we believe that He will walk with us in these days, giving equality to all people and even getting through to the other side of a global pandemic. But as we move into the summer months, we know it's important that families make memories. One of the memories that you can make is by attending a local church. There are great churches in our city, and can I just promote all of them? Therefore, based upon the opportunity to watch online or to actually go to a place of gathering in a house of worship, I want to encourage you to do that. It's one of the ways that we can continue to build up the family unit. Another way to build up the family unit is to make memories by taking trips or excursions. My hope and prayer for you is that you would make space, whether that's locally or across our state or even nationally. Take the time to rebuild and recharge, but also to invest in the people that God has placed in your immediate circle of influence. And my hope and prayer is that you would make memories for a lifetime. And I just want to lead us in a time of prayer, asking God's blessing on your life, God's blessing on your travel. And I pray that you would find hope today in the name of Jesus. God, we thank you for your love and your mercy and your grace. God, we ask in the name that's above all names, traveling mercies, guide us, protect us, not only as we travel here and afar, but God, even in the moments where we seek to invest in our family, to make memories of a lifetime, to raise up a generation that would change the world. God, thank you for today. Thank you for the fact that you love us and died for us so that we can have hope and forgiveness and salvation in heaven. In Jesus' name, amen.
Welcome back to Mission Park Cares. Let's go check on Dick and see what family fun he has cooked up at the museum.
This is it. This is the museum. And let's do this. Let's go inside. Let's see what we can find, or let's see what we can do, because for the kid and all of us, there's plenty to do. You know, I'm here today with Kelsey Vaughn, and we've come upstairs in the museum, and she's just got a terrific idea for what we could do at home. Kelsey, give us a little demonstration.
Yeah, absolutely. Today we're going to be exploring ice cream. So for this activity, you will need 2 Ziploc bags, a gallon-sized bag, and either a sandwich or a quart-sized bag, 1 tablespoon of sugar, a half a cup of heavy whipping cream or chocolate milk or any sort of milk alternative. You can use almond or soy if that's what you like to drink. A 1/4 tablespoon of vanilla extract. You'll need ice cream salt, rock salt, or kosher salt will work best. Some ice, and a rag or oven mitts, something to protect your hands because it's about to get really cold.
So how does it all work?
So first thing we're gonna do is open up our smaller plastic bag. So you'll take your heavy whipping cream and you're gonna pour it into your measuring cup. This is, again, a half cup of heavy whipping cream here, and I'm just gonna pour that into my bag.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, oh, thank you.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and pour myself a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Okay, whipping cream, very nice. All right.
Yeah, you want to make sure there's a lot of fat in your ice cream.
A lot of fat right here.
And then you're gonna do your 1 tablespoon of sugar.
Yeah, all good.
And all of this is going into your smaller baggie. Now, once all of these ingredients are in your smaller bag, you're gonna go ahead and close the bag up and make sure you put out as much of the air as you can from inside the bag. After you do that, you're gonna go ahead and squish the bag up to kind of mix all the ingredients together.
Okay.
Next thing you're gonna do is take your large plastic bag. We're gonna go ahead and pour our ice in here. And then you'll take your salt, just pour some of that salt in there.
Okay, good. And the salt helps it to freeze, is that right?
Yeah, so the salt actually lowers the melting point of water. So it's gonna lower the melting point of water from 32 degrees Fahrenheit to -16 degrees Fahrenheit. And the way that ice works when it melts is it's actually pulling heat from its surroundings, which is why it's gonna get really cold on your hands. So you're gonna take your rag or your oven mitts and you're gonna wrap it around your ice cream and you just start shaking. And you'll be shaking for anywhere from 10 to 5 minutes. It depends on how well you're shaking, how much ice you put in, lots of factors in there. My hands are getting kind of tired. Could you help me out?
Oh gosh, I knew this was coming. So I'm going to be doing a lot of shaking. There's a whole lot of other moving parts on me. You know, now with the magic of television, I can kind of stop shaking, but it's okay. It's still moving a little bit fast, but now look at this. Let's see what Kelsey's got for us.
So once you pull out your bag after you've been shaking, you'll have your ice cream. And you're go ahead and make sure you get all that salt off the side of the bag so none of the salt falls into your ice cream. You want to try some?
Sure.
Go for it.
Sure. Absolutely I do. You kidding me? I've got all these chins for a good reason. I'm not kidding. This is delicious.
It's really good, and it's so easy.
I think it has a little cinnamon in this.
I did put cinnamon in that one, yeah. I used some pumpkin pie spice with it.
A little surprise.
Yeah.
So how many ingredients do you actually have now? The total number of ingredients would be?
Whipping cream, sugar, vanilla extract, and then the ice, the salt, and whatever else you want to add to it. If you want to put sprinkles or chocolate chips on top, that's totally up to you. So that's my 10-minute do-it-at-home ice cream.
Well done, too. Well done. And tastes terrific. Tastes great.
The Ecumenical Center is a wonderful family resource we have here in San Antonio. Now I want you to meet one of the counselors there that shows us how we can use toys to help children communicate.
Hi, my name is Tracy Fazzone. I'm a licensed professional counselor and registered play therapist at the Ecumenical Center. Today I'm going to share with you how to use play to help your child express their feelings, concerns, or worries that can influence their behavior. Play is the most natural way children communicate. Adults talk about our feelings, our thoughts, and ideas, whereas children use toys to explore their experiences and express how they think and feel. Toys are like their words, and play is their language. When playing with your child, allow him or her to lead, without asking too many questions, making suggestions, or guiding their play. We are so used to telling kids what to do and making decisions for them. But in order to encourage self-expression, our role is to watch, listen, and show an interest in what they are doing so we can better understand what's going on with them. While carefully observing, we then communicate our understanding to the child by describing what they're doing, reflecting what they are saying, and reflecting what they are feeling. If we happen to guess the wrong feeling or misinterpret their play, don't worry. Your child will correct you. Let them. Accept their explanation or silence. Remember, this is their play. We give the child responsibility for their behavior and only set limits to keep you and your child safe, to prevent damage to the toys or play area, and to end the session on time. As an example of what I was talking about, you can see here that there's a blanket simply set out with some toys, multiple options for your child to pick and choose from. We're starting with some real-life toys. It's the cooking center with a baby doll. And then there's some puppets and a few animals, both imaginary animals and real-type animals. Then we have some magical, like wands. Some more aggressive acting out toys, the shields, the swords, perhaps some helmets and hats, dress-up clothes. The dollhouse with some dolls and furniture if you have it. And then some transportation, some vehicles. Possibly some dinosaurs, more aggressive type animals. Games, age appropriate, depending on the age of your child. And then a creative center where you can have multiple things for them to play with, including Play-Doh and modeling clay if you happen to have that.
Your job during this playtime is to observe, describe what they're doing, reflect what you see and hear, and reflect on how you think they are feeling. By doing this, you will have a deeper understanding of your child. Resist doing anything for them that they can do for themselves. By encouraging them, you empower them. It's like when your best friend really listens to what you have to say. The better they listen, the more you talk, and the better you feel. When children experience a playtime where they feel accepted, understood, and valued, they feel free to naturally play out many of their concerns, worries, and problems. Through this process, they are able to release tension, express feelings, and alleviate burdens. In turn, they experience more positive feelings of self-respect, self-worth, confidence, and competence. And isn't that what we all want for our children? I hope this presentation has been helpful for you. For more information, please contact the Ecumenical Center and ask about the parenting program.
Now it's time to celebrate some lives well lived.
Now I can't wait to get back down to Nona's with Chef Luca de la Casa for some family fun food.
All right, guys, I have a fantastic surprise. Sunday is here and family are all at home looking for stuff to do around all together. Well, Nonna is coming to help you. At the Fairmont Hotel, we will be offering a fantastic brunch. Today, I will show you one of the preparations that go on our menu. It's called antipastone. It's the perfect dish to share with your family. We're gonna start with warming up our asparagus in the pizza oven behind me. So here I have a metal plate. I'm gonna put my asparagus on it. It's very important every time that we prepare a dish with different components to make sure to season every component properly. So I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil on my asparagus and some basic seasoning, some salt and some pepper. Like that. Follow me. We're getting close to our fryer where I will be putting the cauliflower and the asparagus straight in the oven. All right, fantastic. Our next step is the fried pizza dough, or like they call it in Naples, scugnizzi, little kids. And with the help of a knife, I'm just gonna cut little strips of it like a little breadstick. So I'm gonna put them on my plate, like so, and we will fry them at 350 degrees. So follow me to the fryer again. We're gonna be frying the scugnizzi. We're gonna put the basket in the oil already, so the scugnizzi are not gonna stick to the metal of the basket. Make sure that you don't splash it. It has to be like a gentle drop. Fantastic. Let's check on the asparagus. Beautiful, the asparagus are ready. Okay guys, now we're ready to plate our antipastone plate. So let's start with the asparagus, okay? I'm gonna use the side of the plate like this. After that, we're gonna go with the cauliflower. Look how beautiful the color of this cauliflower. Brown and gold, perfectly fried. We're gonna put it right here close to the asparagus. Next, we're gonna go with the scugnizzi, the fried pizza dough. We're gonna put these at the center of the plate. They're gonna create a bed on top of which we're gonna put our burrata cheese. I'm drooling already. Next component is the prosciutto San Daniele. In every family, on Sunday morning, there's a plate of prosciutto on the table. Believe me if I'm telling you that. So the difference between prosciutto and ham is in the way they get cured or cooked. It's the same cut of the pork, but prosciutto get cured in salt for several months, while ham get cooked. What a beautiful color, this prosciutto. Okay, last component for the vegetable are our sun-dried tomatoes and Kalamata olives. Now we're gonna start seasoning everything on our plate. I have some basil alioli. It's like a mayonnaise with some basil in it, some lemon juice, some garlic, some shallots. And we're gonna drizzle it on the asparagus, like that. Then we're gonna grate some fresh Parmesan cheese, Parmigiano Reggiano, on top of the fried cauliflower. Our next step is gonna be putting the burrata on top of our plate. The burrata is a very creamy mozzarella. So for this preparation, I wanna cut it down and show you how you can season it in a bowl. I'm gonna smash it with a fork, like so, almost to create a spread, a mozzarella spread. How delicious that look. And now the burrata is gonna go on top of our fried bread. Guys, this plate looks fantastic. Color are vibrant. There's a lot of vegetable. There's a prosciutto. There's the burrata cheese. What a great start for your Sunday brunch here in Nonna at the Fairmont Hotel together with your family. Ciao, guys.
Thank you, Luca. Now I would like to introduce Pastor Les Holland from Trinity Baptist Church.
Family. Just saying family conjures up feelings for all of us. Because in the heart of family is the hope that stirs inside our souls. We hope for the best in relationships, to be loved and cared for and trusted, and to be at our best. But we also know that family also carries with it regrets and pain. And God's hope for you is that you will know yourself in the family of God to help build relationships in your family that honor your best desires and that you can be that person of hope for others. Every family needs grace because none of us do it perfect and none of us get it always right each day of the week. But when a family of love, filled by the hope of God, continues on the journey of love in sustained relationships represented by family, then it gets good along the way, and the better becomes best. And in the midst of that, our lives are filled with the warmth and love that God provides. Now in America, we're in troubled times. We all know that. The COVID-19, the impact on our families, because of the effect on our financial world, our business life, and how we do our days right now. God has a way to be able to come with hope and give us a resting place for our fears, and in that grow faith in the life of family conversations, and also in their troubled time within the racial wounds of the nation of America, a family as Americans. And in the midst of this, God wants us to know that families are the place where we can get it right in talking about Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. And that by having our attitude towards people of different colors of skin, brown, white, black, or Asian, in the midst of our togetherness, that we can come to place for healing. Right now, all of us can take our step forward to help heal the racial wounds within our Black community by our saying that we are one community as a family of faith. It's a time for us to step in and let it happen. My family is a biracial family. We understand what it means to need each other and our best voices speaking the word of hope in a troubled time. My prayer for you is that you may experience God's hope building today and a promise for tomorrow. Because after all, families are all about living in the now and building a future better than a painful past. God works through you to create that hope in our world.
Kristen, I think it's time for you to meet with Dr. Matthew Cross and get some friendly, good tips for keeping our home safe this summer.
Today is all about families, and I'm excited to have back Dr. Matthew Cross. How are you?
Thank you. I'm excited to be back.
What are some of the most common injuries people see during the summertime?
Well, head injuries are always the number one. We're out at the pool, we slip, we fall, and head injuries are we certainly worry about. Especially too, being home, cooking more, burns are a big thing we watch out for. And the last thing we see a lot of this time of year are cuts, lacerations. Cuts, burns, and head injuries.
Well, I see you brought a lot of great things. So what do we need in our first aid kits at home this summer?
With coronavirus, I mean, a thermometer is great. So use a thermometer. A temporal thermometer works great. This other one's a little bit harder to find, but it's a pulse oximeter. It tests your oxygenation level inside your blood. So most people will float between 95 to 100%.
Okay.
And if you go to altitudes, it'll be a little lower. But this works great because it can see if you have any sort of inflammation in your lungs and how well you're breathing. With coronavirus, this is actually one of the indicators we use that someone needs to be admitted or not. So right now you're 97% and your heart rate's 96.
Oh, good.
So you're looking good. Next thing I brought is actually something you probably have. You don't know what a good antiviral it is, and it's been used for centuries, is garlic. Now, one thing people don't know is in order for this to be active is you want to cut it up, wait 10 minutes before you actually ingest it. And it can be cooked, it can be put into salad dressing. Garlic is a great antiviral, antibacterial. It's been used for centuries. So if you get sick, this is a perfect one. Onions have the same thing, but another interesting fact about onions is if you have a bee sting, cut it in half, put it on the bee sting, and it helps relieve some of the pain.
Wow, that's really interesting.
So going to stings, hydrocortisone cream. I love this in the summer because so many mosquito bites. Just a little dab around the mosquito bite, and it'll take the itching away, and then we'll stop scratching it so it can prevent infection. Zinc lozenges. Now, with coronavirus, the coronavirus invades in our respiratory tract. And one way it gets in there is it gets into the mucosa. Zinc has a natural ability to get rid of the coronavirus and get rid of its invasion into your system. So zinc lozenges, and you have to suck on it before it actually gets active. Taking a pill of zinc into your stomach won't actually help because you want to keep this inside your mouth. Going into allergies, honey, local honey is a natural anti-allergy medicine, so you don't have to maybe rush to and get the Zyrtex or Allegras or anti-allergy medicine. And then a neti pot also works well for allergies. It flushes out your sinuses. It works well for preventing coronavirus because it cleans out your sinuses and hydrates it really well. Aloe vera. I keep my aloe vera actually in the refrigerator. It helps soothe not only sunburns, but regular burns. And we talked about injuries in the house, and regular burns are a big thing that parents are coming out and don't know what to put on it. Aloe vera works great. If you put it in the refrigerator, it soothes it so we're not so much in pain. Pedialyte. Pedialyte or any sort of hydration supplement, this works great. Keep it around, whether it's the actual jug of Pedialyte or even the supplements we just pour into water. It really helps prevent any sort of dehydration moments.
This is such helpful information, so helpful for families this summer, and thank you for being here with us again.
Oh, you're welcome, and thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Dr. Cross.
Let's pay tribute to those that are no longer with us. Celebrating families is what we really enjoy doing. And thank you so much for watching this special Mission Park Cares.
Putting families first is what Mission Park is all about. That's why at Mission Park, it's our mission to care. Tune in next Sunday for an all-new Mission Park Cares.
From my family to your family, Sunday brunch at the Fairmont Hotel. Ciao, guys.